Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rules as Written Character Builds. It's been a while, I've missed you all, I'm glad to be back. This December, I wanted to do something special and try to bring the classic YouTube Vlogmas tradition of one video per day until Christmas to my channel. So, introducing Buildmas. I'll be releasing one new build every weekday, Monday through Friday, until Christmas. And on Christmas Day, we're going to be doing a double feature. Since this adds up to exactly 20 videos, I thought it'd be fun to go from levels 1 to 20, with each episode being a build designed to operate at that exact level. Today, we're kicking off the journey with a level 1 build that I call the Knight Initiate. I think of this character as a paladin in training, even though we aren't actually taking any paladin levels, so that's more of like a roleplay idea. So for species, I thought we'd keep this simple and just go with human. This nets us an extra origin feat, and that's where we're going to get the feat that defines this build, Magic Initiate Cleric. For our two cantrips, we'll take Toll the Dead, a nice ranged attack option, and Guidance for a blessing ability, whether on ourselves or on our allies. And most importantly, for our first level spell, we're going to take Shield of Faith. Once per long rest, we can cast the spell as a bonus action for a +2 to our armor class for 10 minutes. For the ability score of that feat, choose Intelligence, to go along with our background choice later. For our ability scores, we are going to prioritize Strength and Constitution, so this will be our ability score spread. Strength of 14, Dexterity of 10, Constitution of 14, Intelligence of 13, Wisdom of 12, and Charisma of 10. For our background, I almost went with Farmer to pick up that tough feat and get an extra 2 hit points per level, but I wanted to do something unique here for some absolute level 1 min-maxing. So stick with me. We are taking the Artisan background, which grants us the Crafter origin feat. You gain proficiency with 3 different artisan tools of your choice from the fast crafting table. Whenever you buy a non-magical item, you receive a 20% discount on it. When you finish a long rest, you can craft 1 piece of gear from the fast crafting table, provided you have the artisan tools associated with that item and have proficiency with those tools. The item lasts until you finish another long rest, at which point the item falls apart. Tool proficiency and fast crafting are pretty nice and fun, but I want the discount feature. We're going to do some finance real quick. The Artisan background lets us forego all of the equipment and instead take 50 gold pieces. And the Fighter class also lets us do this for 155 gold. That's 255 gold pieces altogether. A suit of splint armor costs 200 gold pieces, a shield costs 10, and a longsword costs 15. That's 225 gold pieces. But with a 20% discount, it comes out to 180 gold pieces instead. So all that means that instead of starting like a regular fighter with chainmail for a 16 armor class, we can instead pick up splint mail and get ourselves a 17 armor class. Artisan might not fit with our Knight Initiate theme, but I like to think that our character was a blacksmith before deciding to join their local order of knights for whatever reason. Maybe you can even flavor that we crafted our own equipment, and all that gold spent was actually spent on materials to craft it, and that's why there was that discount involved. Who knows? Now, as for the ability score bonuses of this background, we're going to put a +2 into our strength for a 16 and a +1 in our intelligence for a 14. Alright, so we are going to be a level 1 fighter, and that gives us a handful of abilities. We'll get a fighting style, Second Wind feature, and Weapon Mastery. For our fighting style, we are going with Defense. 17 armor class from Splint Mail, plus that shield is going to give us a +2, and then the fighting style gives us another +1 for a walking around armor class of 20. Throw the Shield of Faith spell on top of that, and we'll be a level 1 character with a 22 armor class. Pretty fun. The fighter's proficiency in Constitution saving throws makes it easier to hold the concentration on that Shield of Faith as well. Also, we get Second Wind. You can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. You can use this feature twice. You regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. So in combat, we can start off turn 1, use our bonus action to throw up Shield of Faith, and then on each turn after that, we can self-heal with Second Wind to keep our endurance up. So for at least the first 3 rounds of combat, we'll have a use for our bonus action. And lastly, our weapon masteries. A fighter gets 3. I'm really into the longsword for this build, so let's focus on that one. Longsword uses the sap mastery property. If you hit a creature with this weapon, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn. This is an incredible mastery for dueling. Granting someone disadvantage against our 22 armor class is pretty nasty. For the other 2, I would just choose your favorites. maybe go for the trident for an awesome one-handed weapon that can also be thrown, or pretty much anything you want. You could also grab the warhammer and the battle axe so you have some variety of your weapons. We really just care about longsword for this. And yeah, that's the build. Not too much to go over this time. Of course, just a level 1 character. A level 1 fighter, though, with some buffing utility for the party in the form of guidance, a ranged attack in the form of Toll the Dead, and a top-tier level 1 armor class of 22, thanks to our splint mail, our shield, the defense fighting style, and the Shield of Faith spell. There we go, the Knight Initiate. These videos are going to get longer and longer the closer we get to Christmas, so obviously this is our shortest one. Come back tomorrow where we're going in the opposite direction from our Lawful Knight Initiate, and we are instead checking out a Bandit, combining the Rogue and the Monk classes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Come back tomorrow and every weekday until Christmas for another build. See y'all tomorrow.